good day, hello, and good day. I am getting off work and I wanted to come and talk about perspective today. I was listening to a video from Miss Erica Williams from the Classic Climb blog. It was one of her videos, and I watch a lot of her videos, but she was talking about something along the lines of someone was complaining that it was so hot wherever they were or wherever they were talking about going, and saying something along the lines of, they can't take that heat, it's just too hot, it's too hot, too hot. And she mentioned that, hey, you need to get some perspective about yourself. Go sit in a sauna, and then when you come out of that sauna, you will understand that, hey, this isn't that bad. You go sit in the sauna maybe a couple times a week for a little while, maybe, and I'm just thinking, you do that for a couple of weeks, go sit in the sauna a couple times a week, maybe I don't know, I guess you probably have to build up how long you can really sit in the sauna. I've never been a real big person like to sit in like a sauna or anything like that, because I was a heat casualty in the Army, so I really don't mess with stuff like that. But I know that it's really good for as far as like sweating and getting out impurities and toxins and stuff like that. And as far as what she was talking about, get perspective, when you deal with something or when you experience something that's even hotter than where it is that you are going or wherever it is that you're living or anything like that, then you come out in that thing, you say, oh, this is not even that bad. It's like, yeah, because you went in that sauna was hot. And I was thinking to myself, this can relate to so many walks of life, so many different types of things. And the thing I wanted to talk about is because I've been hearing a lot of people do it, is complain about their jobs. So I know I could take this off on a whole tangent, and I've been guilty of it too in the past, but we shouldn't be complaining about something that we chose to do and something that we're choosing to stay in. So like all the time, and there's no effort to change the situation, or a person is just complaining just because of the job description, not even because somebody is doing something extra or telling them that they need to do something that is out of their scope or out of their job description, just because it's like, if I'm passing by homes with trees, if I decided to be a tree cutter, why am I going to complain all day about cutting trees? Now, say for instance, I decide to be a tree cutter, I decide to get, a tree cutting professional job or something of that nature, and then if I have, a supervisor or somebody above me, and they say, okay, well, you're going to have to move the power lines out of the way too. Okay, cool, I can see having an issue with that, because it's like, hey, I'm not trained up to do that, and that is very dangerous. And so you're telling me to do this, and is my job contingent on if I do it or not? Because I'm not trying to do that, because I don't want to straight up, electrocute myself doing something that I don't know how to do, I've never been trained to do, and you're not willing to train me on. Okay, I can understand having to say something about that, but just your regular responsibilities every day that you go to work, complain. If that's the case, number one, get you a different job. And I don't even talk to people for long if they tell me, oh, ain't no jobs out here. That's a lie from the pit of hell, and it's not true at all. It don't matter what type of background you come from, there's a job somewhere in some capacity. I'm riding down the street, I see all type of now hiring signs. It don't matter if you gotta go in a different part of the city that you're in. It don't matter if you need to move somewhere, go to another city, go to another state. If you need to move across the world, there are jobs everywhere. So get you another job. One, if you want to stay in the same field but you just want to get to a better company, okay, maybe move up and become, somebody that's in management or something like that. Okay, but then you need to get yourself some more skills, some more training, some more education or something like that. Okay, you got to do a couple of things to get out of, that rut if you feel like that you are in a rut. Okay, but just being there and complaining about it each and every day and you're not going to change it, you need to get some perspective about yourself so that, in that situation and there's also situations where, God didn't tell you to move, right? Maybe it's just like not even a situation of I'm complaining too much, but the situation may not be good, but it may be somewhere where God has you to do his work, right? Okay, cool. We need to do something to get, back into the joy of the Lord and just being thankful as well. And so get yourself some perspective. Go out, on one of your off days and do something, if you do strenuous work, do something harder. You can, when you come back on a Monday or whatever day is your quote unquote Monday, then you come back, you say, yeah, this is not that bad. If you have to do some spiritual work and it's something that's just nagging you, okay, cool. Well, start praying for other people, like hardcore praying for other people. Like, an hour here, just pray. Say that Lord's Prayer over and over and over for an hour, and you will see like, oh, okay, that thing was nagging me in the spirit. But man, when I sit down here and I focus on God, one, is, it's not easy when you first start off doing that thing. So that gives you some perspective. But also you'll be blessed because you just petitioning the Lord and you're talking to the Lord. You get a new perspective. Those things will start to bring your joy back because you will understand that, hey, this thing that's been nagging me, this thing that's been working my nerves, it's not the end all be all. But we also just understand that we also have to be in a posture of, I'm not going to stay somewhere that is not serving me. I'm not going to stay somewhere where I'm just being lazy and I just don't want to change up anything because, okay, it worked for a while, or worked for a couple of years or whatever like that. If it's time to move, it's time to go. Don't stay there and then, it be like the season has run out. But, say for instance, it was a winter season, right? And you have all winter clothes. Well, the spring comes, right? It'd be a little cold, in the beginning of spring, and then the summer comes. But you still got your winter clothes on because guess what? You were supposed to change seasons. You were supposed to change seasons. And yeah, I can see somebody complaining like, ooh, I'm hot all the time because guess what? You weren't supposed to stay there in whatever situation, whether it be physical, whether it be, emotional, whether it be spiritual. So change your perspective, change your way of thinking, do something that gets you out of that, oh, this has been nagging me, this is, so hard or whatever like that. Do something harder, do something more extreme than that. And then come back to that thing and say, hey, this thing isn't that bad. And then petition the Lord and see, hey, do I need to stay here? Do I need to get some more education? Do I need to do some more praying? Whatever type of situation it is. Do I need to change some things up? Do I need to change how I'm looking at things? Do I need to change how I'm feeling about these things? Lord, help me with this. And I assure you that will change your life. That's all I wanted to say today. I love you with the love of the Lord. Go forth, spread the gospel of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And hey, you've got this. Talk to you later. Bye.